Wonderful to see you all at our exhibition. It's the result of about 6 years of work. Adnan and I have been working together for 6 years on a project called Writing Mesopotamia, which is aimed at developing friendships and cultural links between English and Arabic-speaking communities. And some of our work is in this cabinet here. But one of our a very important collaboration was with Frances Kiernan, who's lurking at the back, whose wonderful, wonderful prints and screen prints and etchings are on display. And do talk to her if you get a chance about some of her thought processes that went into creating artwork for a concept that's 5,000 years old. Was originated in 2500 BC in Sumer in Mesopotamia. It's really fascinating, especially I think this one here is a leporello, which is concertina shaped artwork, which is actually the flood story. But I think Frances's woodcut of the flood, it really seems to be rising up the page, and I think it's a Japanese woodcut, but she can tell you a lot more about her work. The prints a bit further down, she was looking at cuneiform as a system of writing and communication, the earliest writing system in the world, and saw it as a sort of code-breaking challenge. And so she developed her own 21st century code-breaking, which is absolutely fascinating and looks at abstractions as much as it looks at what is actually said. So I don't know if Frances wants to talk after our reading, but and also Tom Hatton, who's a very brilliant young photographer from the Royal College. We're very lucky and pleased to have been able to collaborate with him as well. And his large photograph at the end sort of brings the exhibition, which starts in 2500 Sumer, which is old Iraq, brings it into the 21st century, really, with images that he took of the jungle camp at Calais. And he likes also to work with abstractions, I think. Tom and Frances, if you want to say something after we finish reading, do come and grab the mic. So I'll read an extract from Gilgamesh Retold, which is available today. And this is where Gilgamesh has been wandering in the wilderness for months, probably even years. And he comes to the edge of the world, and he meets a wise woman called Siduri, who is a tavern keeper. So, shrouded in hoods and veils, she lived alone at the sea's edge, beside the salty spray, and she was tough as wind-blown marram grass, whose roots creep craftily beneath the dunes and bind themselves to knot the flying sand. Her dishes, racks and cups were solid gold. Her wine and beer was cast and kept in gold. Her tavern only visited by gods. She saw him coming from a long way off, at first a speck, a spot, a moving dot. But closer up she saw he was a man, so trouble-scarred, a leather sheath of bones, his face a pitted shield of dents and hacks that life had dealt him, or the stony world. As he drew near, she ran to bolt her gate, with shackled breath, her chest a tightened strap of terror as she climbed up on her roof. "You woman, open up!" His shout was rough. She gave back words to him in Emissal. First, tell me who you are and why you're here, and why you batter rudely at my door." With this soft speech, she tamed his seething wrath. He dragged his fingers through his matted hair, and writhing in his woe, he told his tale. When she had heard it, she held out her hand and led him to her table straight away, and sat him down and gave him beer and bread, and spoke to him as she would any king. "The path you've come is far, yet it must stop, as every other's must, except the gods. Deep in the earth's loamed bed, where you'll sleep and tread the dream road to its bitter end." At this, the listener's tears began to stream like hairs across a field in wintry sun. Siduri spoke once more and took his hand. "Your wife and children wait for you at home. Be wise, go back again to Uruk's fold. Among your kindred you'll find warmth of heart is worth more than 1,000 precious rings, and love, not battle glory, is life's gift."